Yours truly, once again, glad to be here for one more week and a great opportunity and a great weekend it was in the sport and, of course, in the sports of boxing. And so we're going to, of course, be covering all things sports and all things business. A lot of business took place throughout the following week, and I'm so excited to be here for another segment to cover all things as it relates to our sports. Again, when it comes to this, you're in business with Terrell, Sheppard. I have a special guest, WBGR's own wCoy. Lasson is with us. He is excited to be here. He is glad. We haven't had him on for about a year. And so, of course, going to let you know his show, of course, comes on WBGR, Kicks, Punches, and Giggles. And, of course, his show talks about, of course, the great boxing fan, connoisseur, and comedian. Once again, of course, he's here with us.
Thanks for having me there, Terrell, Sheppard. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Coy, of course, we know when it comes to the big game and the big thing of boxing, of course, this past weekend in Vegas, I just happened to be there, yours truly. We were excited about being in Vegas, up there with the big time MGM Grand at the Garden Arena. It was Pacquiao and Thurman. The 40-year-old taking on the 30-year-old Thurman. And, of course, for those who might not know, just in case you were somehow, missing somewhere this past weekend, the old man won once again.
Yes.
40-year-old Manny Pacquiao in a split decision. And I'll tell you, one of the things that I was so surprised and shocked about was having watched the fight. And of course, for those who might not have had a chance to see the fight, and if you were live, of course, the big talk before the fight was, hey, Manny's going to get old during the fight, which is what I thought. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what they're doing in the Philippines, but Manny Pacquiao looked in the 9th round stronger than he did in the first round. In the first round, he knocked down Thurman. I said,
unbelievable.
It was unbelievable that Thurman, don't get me wrong, 6th round, 7th round, 8th round, I think Thurman looked fantastic. I thought the fight was going to turn then.
What was it like for you? Because you were there live.
Yes.
And when Thurman went down, what happened? Like, did everybody erupt? Because I've heard that different stories. You were there. What happened?
So Thurman is winning the round. Mm-hmm. Okay. Which, by the way, was good for me because I predicted one time to win against all time. And one time is winning the round. Late in the round, 2 minutes or something into the round, I'm thinking, Thurman's looking good. Pacquiao didn't look bad. Thurman's backing up, which, by the way, Sharif Salim was on this very show and said one of the challenges with Thurman is that when he begins to come out of the break, he's going to back directly up. He backed up. Pacquiao hits him with the right hand. He goes down. Not so much he hurts him so much, but I think he was more stunned than anything at the power. Of course, you have to understand, although Las Vegas is a Mayweather town, I don't know how many Filipinos actually live in Las Vegas. I will tell you this. The majority of them were at the fight. However many of them live there. I don't know how many live there. I don't know the demographics. I will tell you the majority of them was at the fight.
So you thought you were actually in the Philippines?
I swear I thought I was in the Philippines. When Pacquiao knocked down Thurman, the eruption at the MGM Garden Arena, you would have thought, I could not believe it. It was a and by the way, it was a Pacquiao crowd, not just on fight night, the entire week. From the time that the fighters were introduced at the MGM on Tuesday to the weigh-in, to the official weigh-in on Thursday, or I think it was on Friday. It was on Friday to weigh-in, to them actually entering into the arena. It was a Pacquiao, pro-Pacquiao. Vegas line had Pacquiao winning. Vegas had Pacquiao winning. The crowd had Pacquiao winning. So it was an unbelievable experience for me because I had a chance to see a couple of things. One, the tremendous fan base.
Okay.
And so when you're not going to talk about this as we really get to dealing with Pacquiao's next move. Okay. What I saw was this rabid fan base that I hadn't seen before. Like, I knew Pacquiao was popular.
Right.
I didn't realize Pacquiao was this popular.
Right, double right.
Okay? That was the thing that was amazing to me. Pacquiao's ability to draw millions of people to the television, I understand. And so for Thurman was, obviously the underdog, which I thought was amazing. A man who's 29-0 and the WBA welterweight champion of the world.
Totally undefeated.
Undefeated, the welterweight champion of the world came into the fight the underdog by the Vegas line. He was a minus 120 underdog to Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao's been in the game a lot longer. I mean, he's groomed the fans. So, I mean, people love Pacquiao.
Don't get me wrong. I think Pacquiao is great, and I for what he's been able to do. I think it is like in some sort of ageless, super vitamin that he's taking. I don't know what he's doing, because I'm telling you, I've not seen most 40-year-olds who are boxing. You can tell when they get 40.
And a lot of the times they'll be very slick. They'll be very slick in the ways. They got these quick tactics. I mean, B-Hop is well known for that.
Yes.
And that's how he's able to stay in the game that long. But this Pacquiao, he was going toe-to-toe. A young man. He
was going in the sixth. Let me tell you something. Thurman won the 6th round, the 7th round, and I think the 8th round convincingly. The shots that Manny Pacquiao took in the 7th and 8th round, I'm telling you, would have put down the majority of boxers. He took some shots in the 8th round. I said, there's no way. And then he comes back in the 9th round with a body shot he delivers to Keith Thurman. That is just, I thought for sure Thurman's not going to make it.
It's like Thurman went into this, I don't know where this turtle shell came from, but he just suddenly retreated his whole entire being when he got hit with that liver shot. I mean, it was just like, wow, that body shot just made his whole physicality coil.
That shot that Thurman got hit with late in the fight after beating somebody for the last 3 rounds. See, it wasn't just he got hit with that shot.
Right. Multiple times, right?
He got hit with that shot after beating this guy for the last 3 rounds. He gets hit with this shot. And I think that shot in the 9th round sealed it. Because what it basically said is, I cannot take this guy out.
Convincingly.
He couldn't take him out. There's no way in the world Pacquiao was going down. Which, if you think about it from a Keith Thurman standpoint, his entire deal was, I'm going to retire Pacquiao.
Yeah, that's what he's been. That was his ongoing rhetoric.
Right.
He kept preaching that over and over and over again. Pacquiao had a straight face. He never snapped back at him on that issue.
And if you look at the fight stats, if you look at the fight breakdown, the reason why it was a split decision, if you look at the fight breakdown, Keith Thurman landed more punches than Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman had actually more impactful punches than Manny Pacquiao. So this is what a lot of people don't realize. Or if you're looking at it strictly from a statistical standpoint of view, and even if you gave Manny Pacquiao the round at 9-8, which is what a lot of the judges did in that first round, not 10-8. There were rounds that Keith Thurman won convincingly. There were probably in the first 4 rounds of the fight, Pacquiao, and thing I thought about was similar to the Floyd fight, which is we're going to talk about. If you go back to the Floyd fight with Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao probably won the first 4 rounds. The problem is he lost the last 8. Manny Pacquiao, what I thought was interesting in this fight was he won the first 4 rounds.